Welcome to the installation guide for the Arnott new rear shock for the Audi A6 Allroad Quattro C5. This video will walk you through the steps to ensure a smooth and safe installation process for your vehicle's suspension system. Let's get started. Before starting, ensure you have the necessary safety measures in place which can be found in the vehicle owner's manual. Lift and immobilize the vehicle properly and isolate any stored energy to prevent injuries or damage. Start by setting the steering to straight ahead and raise the vehicle. Then remove the rear wheel and remove air pressure from the rear air spring. Now deflate the air spring by slowly removing the air fitting from the bottom. Next, loosen and remove the upper mounting bolts as well as the bolt connecting the shock to the lower control arm. Now remove the wheel speed sensor and use a paint marker to mark the lower control arm washer, which is important for your alignment. Remove the bolt from the lower control arm and pull down on the top mount to remove it from its mounting location. The shock is now ready for removal. Pull it up and then out of the vehicle. For the air spring removal, first remove the air line from the bottom of the air spring. With an Allen wrench, remove the top plastic cap. Now remove the top shock nut. Then turn the shock upside down and twist the bottom 1/4 turn and push it down. You may need to tap the lower piston with a rubber hammer to separate it from the bottom seal. Now remove the air spring from the shock. For the air spring installation, make sure to tighten all nuts and bolts to vehicle manufacturer's specifications. Install the lower O-ring onto the strut using a silicone-based lubricant. Seat it as shown in the right image. Install the air spring into the shock. With the shock upside down, twist the bottom a 1/4 turn and push down until it locks into place. Protrusion should be toward the air fitting holes. Now install the top nut and reinstall the top plastic cap. Install the airline into the bottom of the air spring and install the 2 additional airline fittings as shown. Tighten all 3 to 2 Nm. Install the airline by removing and disposing of the shipping pin and inserting the airline into the fitting. Then press until it's firmly seated. Once the airline is inserted, pull the airline outward to lock and ensure a secure connection. The air strut assembly is now complete. Install the air strut onto the vehicle. Install the bolt into the lower control arm, realigning the previously made alignment mark. Tighten all nuts and bolts to manufacturer's specifications during the installation process. Now reinstall the wheel speed sensor. Then reinstall the bolt that connects the shock to the lower control arm. Next, install the upper mounting bolts. Now, install the airline by removing and disposing of the shipping pin and inserting the airline into the fitting. Then press until it's firmly seated. Once the airline is inserted, pull the airline outward to lock and ensure a secure connection. Now reinstall the wheel and the installation is complete. Thank you for following our guide on replacing the rear shock of an Audi A6 Allroad Quattro C5 with an Arnott part. Proper installation ensures the longevity and performance of your vehicle's suspension system. Stay safe and happy repairing.